days, Rava Paskin like Reb Meir, who said Pasuk Rishon Levad, that you only have to have Tzkavan by the first Pasuk by Shema and by Baruch Shem by Mechuzoi, Ba'achi Hilchosah. So they have to stop working for Shema and Baruch Shem by Mechuzoi, and then back to work. They got to go back to work even though they're continuing to say Krishma. Taner Rabban, Hapoyalan Shehayu Oishin Malacha Eitzel Balabayis. Again, you have Poyalim that are doing work by a Balabayis. Karin Krishma, they say Krishma, Umavarchin Lefanel Lacharel, and we let them say Birchas Krishma as well. But Oichel Piton, we let them have a lunch break. Umavarchin Lefanel Lacharel, and we even let them make a bracha on their lunch, and they let them bench on their lunch. Umispalin Tvila Shal Shmonezri, and we let them daven Shmonezri. Avo Ein Yordan Lefnei Teva. They can't be the Chazan. They can't be the chazan. Rashi einin rishoyin libatam mimalachton v'leired lefnei ateva lasan shlich tzibur. Sheishon bitul malach yosh medai. So if there's somebody there who doesn't work for their balabos, right? Then if there's somebody who doesn't work, that guy could be kedam for moment. So what's I don't know how does this guy like? What's there?
Evergreen.
No, there's a famous story with a guy who took over a manufacturing facility. And he took it over because there was a very big lack of productivity and the business was losing money. So he decided that he has to be on top of it to make sure that he can make his company run efficiently. So he popped in smack in the middle of the day one day, and he sees a guy sitting around. One guy just sitting around, not doing anything. clarified, that's only with the son as first. It's not practice clarified. I don't know any. I have to do for any of my boys that I don't try. Kasav Rabbi Gamliel ein laila shel akrab im hayoim el midrabanan. That there's a dinaninus at night at only midrabanan who kashar yemei ha'evel and the gabe istinus like gozer berabanan. So by an istinus rabbanan we're not gozer, not to shower. And he says in Plutau he was walking by ninus laila midrabanan. Toshus actually argues. Toshus says in Peimar arei einin nami einin el b'meiser. The whole din of aninus you only find by meiser. Right. Who said that Bechlal aninus applies to other things like showering? According to everybody. So you see to Machlokes Rashi and Tosfos, if there's an aninus deraisa like be showering. Why do you have to say that aninus? Why did the Gemara have to say aninus laila derabanan according to Gamliel? Even if it's deraisa, the aninus of showering is derabanan. The Yishlomer the Isa to have a deraisa gabe meiser gabe shower dvarim derabanan nami have on the mixer the chol tikun derabanan came deraisa nikra. If at night it was deraisa, then they would have asked showering as well.
So what would have been on the second, the third night?
For sure, it's not a problem.
You could for sure take a shower?
It's only midrabanan. The istinus can for sure take a shower.
The aninus would make it worse.
Aninus makes it worse, since aninus is deraisa. And if it's deraisa, you can't shower, so then you can't be making on that. But if it's only a tikun derabanan, we're not masakin for an istinus. That's what Rashi says. We know Avelim after the Levayat, the Menachem make two rows, and the Avelim walk in between them, and we say Amakam Menachem. When an Ever dies, you don't do that. And you don't make the Brachos Avelim. And Rashi that's referring to the first Suda, the Suda used to be eaten on the street, and there was a series of Brachos that people made over the Avelim that would not be said if it's an Eved. It's an Chume Avelim, and the normal Amakam Menachem Eschem, you don't say. And
that's for the bulb.
Well, yes, talking to the ball. And Rashi says, Tosfos, the reason why is Dilma Osila Sukal Yuchsin. We're afraid that if we treat this mace like a regular mace, then maybe we'll allow their children to marry Kahana or something. So we have to make that distinction that this person wasn't. The family, what? Yeah, but the family's not Jewish. Right? The family's not Jewish. Meiser Meiser Shivchot show Rebbe Eliezer. Rebbe Eliezer Shivcha died. Nichlus Dal Midul Nachamoy. They came to Nachamovel, which you're not supposed to do. So he didn't want to tell them, you Banda Amaratzim, don't you listen and shiur, don't you know you're not supposed to? He wanted to subtly hint to them that there's not supposed to be Menachem Oval. Even Shira'isum, when he saw them, Olaliyah, he moved away to the attic so they shouldn't be able to get to him. But they were persistent. Alu Acharav. Nichlas Pilon, he went into some type of corridor. Again, Nichlas Acharav. So he's trying to avoid him, and they're coming after him. Nichlas Traklin, then he went into the Traklin where he was trapped, and Nichlas Acharav. He couldn't go anymore. He said, Kamadumani, Chatam Nichlim Beposhim. I thought you'd get burnt with not such hot water, with cooler water. It means I thought you'd get my hint, my subtle hint, that you shouldn't be Menachem Oval. But now that you don't get it, I'm going to have to tell it to you head on. I'm literally spelling it out for you when it's not going in. So I'm going to tell you straight out, don't be menachem ochel. Didn't I teach you in shiur yesterday? What do you say when an Evet kosher dies? When someone loses something, one of his possessions, sure you feel bad for him. So you say, that's all you're supposed to say. How did he know that that's not what they were planning to say? Maybe that's all they were planning to say. I don't know the answer.
Could have said it already.
Or could be they kept on saying Amokim Nachem Eschem, and he wasn't there. Tanya Idich, Avodim Shvachis ain't maspid noisam. You don't say spade and Avodim Shvachis. If you say Yomer, Ebed Kashru, Oimrim Allah, you say about him, Have Ishtoiv, he was a good man. V'Neman, he was a trustworthy man. V'Nehenim Yigiyoi, and he enjoyed his hard work. He was a good, hard-working man. Amr Loi, Im Kein Manach L'Ksherim. So what would you say for a Jewish kosher? That's what you say. That's the best compliment you can give for a Jewish kosher. Tanarbon, Ein Karin Avos, El Shloisha. You could only refer to three people as the Avos. Of course, Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Vein Karin Imois, and you cannot refer to Imois. You can't refer to a person as an Ima. El Arba, Vein Karin Imois, El Arba. Avos my time. Why can't you refer to, let's say, one of the Shvatim as Avos? You can't say Reuben is the Av, because how do you know that he's your father? Maybe you come from Shimon or from Levi. But if you say Yaakov and over, you're safe. Yaakov, Yitzchak, and Avram, you can be safe that you're from one of the Shvatim, you're for sure the Einikel of them. So how can you call someone Rachel Imenu? Maybe you're from the children of Leah. The Madrega of Avos is a title that's the ultimate. That ultimate title you can only apply either to Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov, or to Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah. Tanya Idach, Avadim Shvachas Ein Karnaisam Abba, Pliny, Lima Plinius, which was like Sir John, Lord John. Right? It was a title of prestige. You don't say you give a title of prestige to an Aved or a Shivcha. V'shirav Gamil Hayir Karnaisam Abba Pliny, Lima Plinius. In fact, Maisa Lister, you're again bringing me a practice different than the clarification. It's a clarification. Those people who are very, very choshev, even if they're an Eved, they get to be called Abba or Ima. Amar Belazer, Ma'adichsiv Kain Avarecha B'chayai B'shimcha Esa Kapai. Let's see the puzzle. Kain Avarecha B'chayai B'shimcha Esa Kapai. So the Gemara learns. It actually the pasuk before it is the pasuk after it is Kamachela V'Desh and Tispa Nafshi V'Sif Say Renanis Yahalpi. So Kain Avarecha B'chayai. What am I benching? So it says as follows: Kain Avarecha B'chayai Zu Krishma. This is referring to Saint Krishma. V'Shimcha Esa Kapai, which is the second half of the pasuk. Zu Tefillah, it's referring to Tefillah. And if you say Krishma properly and you daven properly, all of Akas of Eimer, the Torah says on such a person, K'moy Chelev v'Deshen Tispa Nafshi. You're going to be like Chelev, and you're satisfying me like Chelev and Deshen. And Rashi says, I believe, does Rashi say it over here? No, but Chelev, it's like the Chelev of a carbon and like a Deshen of a carbon, so it's like you mamish brought a carbon. Someone who davens and says Krishma properly, he's Noichel Shnei Elamim Ha'olam Hazeh V'Aylavah. Shenemar, the end of the pasuk says, "Usvasei Renonos Yehal Pi." And Rashi's Renonos is a lotion of Shtayim. So you see, there's two worlds. So we're going to have a list of a whole bunch of people who said that tefillah after the tefillah. So the question is if we daven, why do you have to say tefillah after the tefillah? Is that tefillah not good enough? So Rabbi Elvin spoke out is that the tefillah is the nusach. We have to say a prescribed nusach. But to really show the Rebbeinu Shalom that you're crying for him, you have to offer a personal tefillah to show that you're not just saying it by rote, you're actually saying it from your heart. And that's why they each added their own personal tefillah, which we should do as well. Rabbi Elazar Basar the Messiah Shalosi Amar Hachi. Yiratim L'Fanecha Hashem Elokeinu Shetishkaim B'Pareinu. Rashi says Pareinu means Garelenu. You should be amongst us. They should rest amongst us. Ahava Ba'achla B'Shalom B'Reos. It should be very good by us. V'tzarba Gvuleinim Talmidim, and our perimeter should be full of Talmidim. V'satzliach Seifenu Achrish V'Sikva. our end should be very matzliach. Achris of sikva means our achris should be v'sikva, what we always wanted for ourselves. That's the Rashi says v'nira mashikivinu. What we hope for should be v'kuyim. V'tasam chalkeni b'ganedin v'zekneni b'chaber toiv v'yetzer toiv. You should have a good chaber and you should have a yetzer toiv. V'lomecha v'nashkim. We should wake up and we should yearn to the Rebbeinu Shalom. V'nimtza yochel livavenu v'yira shemecha v'savay lefonecha cursed of shenol toiva. And we should bring nach klemis safait tzachenu b'kars v'chenu. Give us what we need. Give us a nefesh rechava. Look at our busha. Look at how we're suffering. See how difficult we have it. This is shlabas b'rachamecha. You should put on your rachamim. This is kaza buzecha. You should wear your strength to help us. This is ata b'chasidosecha. The Arshkol explains that each one of these levels is more. Rachamecha is to have rachmanos on us. The mochels barberis, the chassid sechas to give us even more than what we deserve. This azah b'chanin sechas to mamish give us a matnas chinam. After davening, I guess by the kind of source. Yeah, I think so. The savay lefanecha midas tuvcha van v'sanu secha. Rabbi Zeir Basad B'Sayim Shloisha Amar Hachi Yiratim Lefanecha Hashem Elokenu Shloi Nechta. We shouldn't do affairs. V'loi Neibosh V'loi Nikolim Avisenu. We shouldn't be embarrassed from our parents. In other words, we should be doing the right thing. Our Torah should be our umnus, and we shouldn't have pain. And our eyes shouldn't get dark. So he explains Gavaldik. We want Torah to be umnasenu. So what do you want? Then Yana should support me? How come Yana should support me? Why does he have to suffer? So that's why we say we should have independent parnasa, and we shouldn't have to come on to somebody else, and that darkens your eyes. So I want to be in Chol my whole life, and I don't want anybody to support me. Rab Basat Salusay, we say this once a month by Brachos Rosh Chaim Shel Tova, Chaim Shel Bracha, Chaim Shel Parnasa, Chaim Shel Chilus Tzamos, Chaim Sheish B'Miyirish Chet, Chaim Shein B'Mushu Klima, Chaim Shel Osher V'Chavod, Chaim Shel Lebana B'Sar B'Yer Shemaim. And the Mefarshim say, why do we have to ask for Yer Shemaim again? The teretz is, after we have Osher, we need another dose of Yer Shemaim. It's a famous word. What? No, it's twice. Avasar Yishmaim after Osher and Yer Chet. It has before.
What about that old kasha? Kobi de Shemayim chutz miyir Shemayim.
I guess, but even like I say, I tell the person Pischuli. The Rebbeinu tells us Pischuli Pesach Shomachat, and I'll open up a Olam. I tell the Rebbeinu, how about helping me with the Pesach Shomachat also? I need help for that also. Chaim Shetimalu Lonos Kom Shas Tevei Teva. The Sam Rebbe says, why do we say Chaim Shel Osher V'Chavod? What does Osher have to do with Chavod? Zok the Sam Rebbe, what would the world benefit from the few shiurim that exist if it wasn't for Kavod? Kavod is the key that allows the whole olam to benefit from the Osher. Rabbi Basat Saloisei, now, by the way, who said this? Rav Basat Saloisei. So that's why when we say B'schos Tfilas Rav, this is the Rav that we're talking about. Rabbi Basat Saloisei, Amar Hach, Yivatu L'Fanacha Hashem Alakinu B'Kev Esenu, Sachatzilenu, there's two Nischois. There's two Nischois. It could be Tfilas Rav and Tfilas Rav. If it's Rav, this is the Rav.
What does Boo Boo say?
Shitatzileni, he says it by Hayyul Shisa. It doesn't matter. He only starts with Hayyul Shisa. So this is my favorite one. Yiratim V'nach Hashem L'Keinu V'Kev Esenu. Shitatzilenu me'azei panim me'azei panim me'adamah me'pekra me'yitzera me'chavara me'shachara me'sat namashkos me'din kasha me'baldin kasha ben shem ben bris ben shem ben bris. So this is what he davened, that he needed all this protection. But Avagav, the Kamek Katutza Lid Rebbe was friendly with Antoninus, who gave him a full-time security team. He had Secret Service. Yet still he davened because he knows all the buttons and the security systems in the world doesn't help without having Shat D'Shmaya. But I want to add one very important thing. We say in this, Hayoim V'chol Yoim. We say Shetei Hayoim V'chol Yoim. So someone asks, why do you say Hayoim V'chol Yoim? Tomorrow I'm also going to say the tefillah. Why do I have to daven today already? The territory, there's once a guy in Yeshiva who was trying to sleep, and the Vecker came in and was driving him insane. And he says, Lama Shlovan, the Vecker's hacking him. So he told the Vecker, why do you say Shetei Hayoim V'chol Yoim? He says, because tomorrow I'm not going to daven before you come. So I have to daven today so that for tomorrow you shouldn't hack me a chinik when you try to wake me up. Okay, so let's stop here. So Rabbi Elvin spoke out, and we want to have a chaver time, not a chaverah. That's the most important thing in life. If you surround yourself with good chaverim, will be misliach. So Baruch Hashem, we have good chaverim over here. So we should have big success in everything we do.